What's up, guys? It's Brady here with Pin High Golf, and we are playing our first round of the year at Winnfield Golf Club. So this is the front nine. First tee, took the driver over the trees, had a really nice first tee shot here. A little bit on a side hill lie, just inside of 150 yards. Pulled pitching wedge, and just kind of laid one up there. We got to about 18 feet pin high, and just didn't quite give this one the read we wanted. But we'll take a tap-in birdie on this first par 5 to get our first round started. So after this, on to hole 2. This is a par 3. This one plays about 192 yards today. So I pulled a 7-iron. I didn't strike this the way that I wanted to, so I ended up just a little bit short and right of the green. I took a 60-degree, just tried to get one up right around the hole as best I could. Had about 12 feet left. Just missed on the low side there. Greens are still a little bit slow yet. Just trying to get started with some of the putting feel at this point. So we're going to tap in for a bogey. Another par 3. This one's about 152 yards here as well. I took a 9-iron and just tried to lay this one up a little bit closer. Right about 10 feet again. We lift this one out for the bird. So tap in par, even par going into the 4th hole. And the next hole is a fun one. This is a drivable par 4. It's about 315 yards. Struck this one very nicely, starting to get some of the feel that I'm looking for to start the year. And this one actually ends up landing on the front right side of the green and just rolls on. I have about a 40-foot putt here for eagle, and this green is extremely breaking. So I hit a good putt, just kept it a little bit low. As you can see, there was at least 10 feet of break on that one. We end up inside of about 5 feet there left, 4 or 5 feet for our birdie. And in we go. So on to the 5th hole here, another par 4. Driver off the tee, we're going to take this up the left side and try to fade this one back to center. Hit this one very nicely. Love the way this one came off. Once we get up to this one, we had about 100 yards in. I took a 56-degree. I'm just going to knock this one down at it. Just wanted to kind of get a nice, comfortable low wedge shot at this one, and really pleased with how well I hit that one. And then just go ahead and roll that one in for another birdie. 3-wood off the tee here was not my best 3-wood by any means. I didn't hit that very well. It's going to leave me a little further out than what I'd like to be. We have a 5-iron in on this hole. There's a massive hill that drops down at the end of the fairway here. It's very, very hard to judge second shot on this par 5. Ended up about 20 yards short. Hit a nice little pitch shot at this one. This one's going to roll just a hair along the hole. And we end up with about a 15-footer left for a birdie now. Just left it a little low. Tap in for par. And we're moving on to hole 7. Now, hole 7 is regarded as the hardest hole in the golf course. This is not normally one I would recommend anybody take a driver on, but it is reachable for me if I really put a good swing on it. This one in particular, I hit okay. It faded off to the right and a little bit short. I hit a good second shot at this one. Landed it just left of the hole, and it stopped pretty comfortably for me. And then tricky breaking putt there, just left it a hair short. We're going to get away with par on that one as well. And then we move on to hole 8. This one was going to be a knockdown gap wedge. I pulled this one a little more than I wanted to. The hole plays a little bit differently now. There used to be a barrier of trees behind the green, and as you can see, those are gone. But I hit a nice little chip shot up to right about 6 feet here. Wasn't exactly the chip shot I wanted, but it was reasonable, and just didn't capitalize on the putt. End up with a par there, and unfortunately my memory ended up running out here on hole 9, but hole 9's a par 4, short par 4 that is reachable. I ended up hitting a shot short of the green, chip up, made a birdie putt, and we ended up at 4 under on the day. If you like what you see and you want to see more, follow us at Pin High Golf, and we'll see you soon.